So very good evening to all of you. Little more, yeah? Energy, come on. Very good evening to all of you. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Firstly, thank you so much, Mukta, for those kind words, and I'll try my very best to make myself deserve of them. And thank you, Arvind, for Thank you, Arvind, for taking the time to do all the logistics. And thank you guys for taking the time to be here. And I'll do my very best. Okay? JEE. You heard of JEE? Joint Entrance Exam. Can any of you tell me who was the topper recently in JEE? Any guesses? Okay, don't stress. It's not a human being. It's an AI chatbot which topped JEE and just like that. So what does that tell us? It tells us to get into a JEE exam itself takes a huge amount of intelligence. Forget about topping it. It requires enormous amount of, you need a different kind of level. So what it tells us is the traditional metric that we've all been glorifying ourselves with, the intelligence, may not necessarily stand out as time comes by. It'll definitely be useful, but not necessary. And things like technology, the way Elon Musk talks about open source and things like that, technology itself may not be a differentiator. So in a new world we're entering, if intelligence and education also, which is also online, and technology is not really going to be the major differentiators, have you ever stopped and asked yourself, you've got a long life to go, how are you going to stand apart? How are you going to stand apart in this world starting tomorrow? Any answers? How are you going to stand apart? Anyone, yeah? Come on. You can at least stand up. No, just kidding. But that's the key question that you need to ask, right? Because the most important thing is, till now, it was fine. Intelligence, education, hard work, technology, all these things worked. But these are, even today, integrity, honesty, are going to be the basic tickets to the game. But once you enter the game, the rules are different. So something else is going to work out. And if you don't know this, you will be pushing yourself into walls, thinking there are doors, and life will just pass by. So, do you have an idea what the subject that we're going to talk about? Any idea? So, the theme of the subject, and the theme of the talk today is Become Unstoppable. You have a mic floating around, right? So anyone wants to say, what is the meaning of unstoppable? Who are the unstoppables? Come on, I want you guys to talk. Otherwise, I'll fall asleep, right?
To have a better version, suppose I'm version 1 today, I have just moved to version 2 or 3 or 4.
Great.
Keep on moving, yeah.
Great. Excellent. Any others?
Raise your hands for me. I can talk. Nothing can stop me.
Nothing can stop. Yeah, fantastic. Give her a hand. Yes. Anything else?
Anyone else?
Right. Okay. The unstoppable are the people which we're going to talk about little. Today, the world is chasing everything. Somebody is chasing AI. Somebody is chasing something else. Everybody is chasing something, right? Chasing the dream, as it were. The unstoppables are the peoples who don't chase. Instead, they become more of what they are. You see the difference? And the more I chase outside, I get incremental results in life. And I go through life thinking, why? I'm only getting incremental results. But there are a select few who become more of what they are. And once you become more of what you are, you will see, you will become truly unstoppable. So let me share with you something. Las Vegas. You all heard of Las Vegas? Right? It's known as the Sin City. It's also got another name. It's got Performance Paradise. Because if you have to perform at Las Vegas, you have to be one of the world's absolute best. And you'll probably earn about $1 million to $5 million per night. And that's the kind of competence you need to have, or a talent. So if you go to Google and search, ever since inception of Las Vegas, they have something called a residency. That means somebody sings for 1 night, 2-night residency, 3-night residency, 10-night residency. You get it? Residency, right? So if you go to Google and search, ever since inception, from the early 80s till today, the number 1 and number 2 position for residency is held by one lady who's known as the goddess of music. It is said that when she walks the earth beats a different tune. That's the kind of power she has. Her name, any guesses? Celine Dion. Heard of Celine Dion? Okay. Her name is Celine Dion. Search her out. Now, she did residency once for 717 shows continuously, followed it up with another 300 shows, totally doing about 1,000 shows, earning about $1 billion, and entertaining one-to-one like this, not online, about 5 million people. A decade ago, when one of the nights when Celine Dion was actually preparing to go on a musical tour, one of her muscles in her arm failed. She didn't know why. I mean, it's just like that. So after a couple of days, maybe a week or two, some more muscles started failing. In about a month, most of her muscles failed. And forget about singing, Celine Dion was absolutely on the floor. She couldn't get up. And soon, the world forgot Celine Dion. July 26th, 2024, last year. Does the date ring any bell? I need some amount of, come on, July 26, 2024. Okay, it was one of the greatest spectacles that the world sees, Olympics. And the opening night, normally, like IPL or anything, is something that is really fascinating. And this Olympics was held in Paris in front of Eiffel Tower. 7:30 p.m. was the opening night, and it was fully dark, and suddenly the lights came on, and the curtains opened, and the second floor, it's got levels, Eiffel Tower has got levels, on the second level of Eiffel Tower, and there she was, Celine Dion, back again, belting away a song for 350 million people. You may or may not have control on what happens to you in life at any point of time. You may or may not have control on what happens to you, but you have 100% control on what you do with what happens to you. You have 100% control on what you do with what happens to you. Let me share with you something else. Is it working? So you don't have control. The mic may go. So, mic not working? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay. Let me share with you something else. In a small town in Rajasthan, there was a young boy or a man, 25 years old, who was spending his holidays, and during that course of time, he was playing with his sister. Now, as luck would have it, the sister's ring fell on a tin floor below. Now, like a good brother, he went to pick it up. And in that process, he got electrocuted. But he did not die. To keep him alive, they had to amputate both his legs and both his hands. This is a true story. And fast forward to 1 year, this boy was not caught attempting to commit suicide or was caught in a rehab camp for the depressed. Instead, he had cracked India's probably one of the most difficult exams, CAT, and got selected to IIM Ahmedabad. You may or may not have control on what happens to you, but you have 100% control on what you do with what happens to you. And these are the unstoppable people. The people who can surmount every single problem. The people who walk into a room and they can stamp their presence wherever they go. The people who can push through every single adversity and rise every time they fall. But there's one caveat. You must have listened to stories like this even otherwise. This is not the first time. These stories sound great. They'll probably inspire you for a month, maybe a week. But they're not very useful unless, any answers?
We are applying them in our life.
Sorry?
We are applying them in our life.
Brilliant. These stories are not useful unless you know what is it that you need to do if you're faced with that situation to be able to do that. Otherwise, it's just another story. right? Tom Cruise jumps from one plane to another doesn't help you because you're not going to marry him. At the end of the day, you need to know a process of what is it that I need to do to be able to do this, right? Rajinikanth, for example, right? This is major superstar. Everybody knows that he was a bus conductor and a coolie and things like that. For decades, millions of bus conductors and coolies have been watching this movie and getting highly inspired. Name 2 bus conductors and coolies who become Rajinikanth, right? Name 2, no. Maybe there are, but it's only because they're constantly getting inspired and then go to the next movie, get inspired, go home. Nothing really changes. You need to change by becoming more of what you are. So you need to know the process, right? So therefore, as much as people would have told you, this is not a motivational seminar today. This is going to be, I hope you're not disappointed, huh? So this is going to be a template for you to walk out, start right now, and make a difference to yourself. No gyan, simple, no medicines, no these things. Start with simple things, and within a month, your own family will not recognize you, and that's my promise. Yeah? So I'll tell you why. Let me share with you one last thing. In the year 2011, not too long ago, right? In the month of September, around 6 o'clock in the morning, Bangalore, everything was beautiful, as always is. Traffic is the most beautiful thing. But birds were chirping and everything, but something strange happened. I could not get up. There was a huge anxiety gnawing at my chest, and I really did not know why. By evening, it had turned into a completely full-blown panic attack. My heart was palpitating, and I was all over the place, and I just didn't know why. And now the days became weeks, and the weeks became months, and the months became years. And I was running between psychotherapists and psychiatrists, paying between 500 rupees to 20,000 rupees an hour just to get okay. I was on a psychiatric medicines at 175 mg, where 250 was death. And now, the interesting thing is, at that point of time, I had almost everything that most of us chase. I had a 5,000 square feet villa in the heart of Bangalore. I had the BMW cars. I had the IIT, the IIM. I was the CEO of a company. My daughters were in the world's best schools, Stanford, Columbia, but none of that mattered. Right? At that point of time, none of that mattered, and the only thing that mattered was me to be just normal. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because of 2 reasons. Number 1, I felt that if this could happen to me, when I had everything going for me, it can happen to anyone. It doesn't have to go on the extreme case of the spectrum, but believe me, when I say, including all of you, and outside, most of us are not vibrating at our best. Like somebody said, right? You said, right? Vibrate. What's your name? Nitesh. Like Nitesh said, right? We're not vibrating at our best. So number 1, I need to be able to come and tell you the process during this course, because with a lot of grace of God and the support from friends and family, and the thousands of books that I've read, and like I think she must have mentioned, I'm a master practitioner of many things like Reiki, art of living, hypnotherapy, NLP, and cognitive behavioral therapy, and acceptance and commitment therapy. And I've come back with a force and a power far better than ever before, right? Even better than I was a teenager. And therefore, I realized the important thing, like you were telling me, right? I think I forgot your name. Yeah. So the important thing is to know the how, right? So that's when I realized I have a how of what it takes for you to be transformed and vibrate at your ultimate best, irrespective of whatever happens to you, right? The important thing is, irrespective of wherever you are in your life today, you can be wherever you want. Your health, your wealth, your relationships, your business, your bank balance, your weight, anything. Irrespective of wherever you are. Yeah, that's a good start? Okay. So how do we, so starting now, I think you can note it down if you can. I'll share with you some nuggets, simple stuff. You practice, you'll be truly unstoppable. And I'll tell you what it means. Number one, suppose tomorrow morning in a courier, you get a package, right? Like an Amazon package, etc. You have a package, and it comes from a very safe source, so you no need to worry. So you open that package, and it looks beautiful, shiny, and fantastic in terms of its looks. And then there's a small sticker that says, this device can get you whatever you want. The exact bank balance, the amount of weight, the perfect partner, the great business plan that you want to do, anything that you want. So obviously you're highly excited, right? You have a device which can give you anything you want, like what they say, kalpavriksha, right? So anything you want. So then you start looking around and suddenly something is missing. Do you know what's missing? Any guesses? You get like a washing machine, or you got a fantastic machine, or huh? Fantastic. You're like a king. You should be talking here. The instruction manual is missing. So when the instruction manual is missing, what do? We search all around the place, and then suddenly it's getting time to work. I said, okay, we'll come back in the evening and search. I'll keep it aside. Then I go to office. Then I realize everybody in the city has got a device like that. Everybody in the city. And they also don't have the instruction manual. They're also waiting to go back and crack it, And then we all come back home and look at the device, and they still can't figure out much. There is a knob here, there is some button here and all that. Next morning, we go back to work, we come back. Keep searching, and days keep going by. Slowly, the amount of time you spend on this goes, and it goes into the background, and sometimes we even forget it. Once in a while, we hear of rumors that there are some guys who seem to have cracked it. But we say, "Arey yaar, tukka lag gaya hoga, theek hai, jana do, some luck, something." But some people actually go there and try to meet them, but majority just leave it like that. Any idea what this device is? What is this device that each of us have been given? Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. What is this device that each of us have got? Come here, actually. Right, the mind. Each of us have got the most powerful instrument in the world, but we don't have the instruction manual. So what do? We do whatever we can, in all good honesty, till our children come and tell us that what a lousy set of parents we are. And then till their children come and tell them that what a lousy set of parents. And life goes on, right? You're only doing like a hit and miss. So I said one statement saying that we have the most powerful instrument in the world, the mind. Any doubts on that? Any doubts? Why don't you doubt? Why do you believe it's the most powerful instrument? You have a mic? We'll put him on spot. Why do you believe that we have the most powerful instrument in the world?
Yeah, everyone has a great mind, right?
Why do you say it's a great mind? What's so great about it?
We don't know that we will achieve anything.
You have just a thought that you will achieve anything, but has it helped you to achieve anything?
We need to apply.
You need to apply, but the fact is you don't know that it's a great thing or not because you've not applied, right? So you have a washing machine or say a refrigerator or a television, and you believe that. Kaun sa mic? Achha, red ho gaya. Yeah. Yeah, I can speak with this. Yeah. You hear me, right? Yeah. So why do you believe? I'm not trying to put you on a spot. I just want you to know, why do you believe? Just because some people say that? Just because I'm saying it, why should you believe that you have the most powerful instrument? What is it that you have done so powerful using the mind that the world has stood by? Okay, great. That's a very valid point. Because your mind, you're in this position. I think just pass it on to somebody else. Let's catch somebody else. And you've been answering quite, yeah, please tell me.
From childhood till now, we have cracked exams, we have cracked interviews, we have left people behind, and we have to move forward in our life. So in that way, we can say we have powerful mind than others. And we are utilizing our mind in a way that we can get our career, we can get a better life. We can give a better life to our family as well. So
excellent, excellent, very good. Yeah, so there are many things in our life that we have demonstrated which shows that we have been able to use our mind, and definitely better than somebody else. Anybody else? Yes. Your name? So,
Hi, this is Abhishek.
Aditya. Abhitya. Okay.
So nothing happens if my thought is if you don't control the brain, it's gonna take control of you. So I think if you are sorted to know what you want to do, then you can have a better control over the mind. If not, the brain takes complete control.
You use two words which we'll talk later, the brain and the mind, which we'll talk later. Okay, let me tell you something else once and for all, so that you get this concept of why we have the most powerful instrument. Suppose there is a particle, right? All you guys are high tech and stuff like that. Suppose there is a particle of 1 by 1,000th of an inch. 1 inch itself is small, right? 1 by 1,000th of an inch. And it contains knowledge to the extent of 1,000 books. Each book of 600 pages. Amazing amount of knowledge, right? 1,000 books. Nowadays, hardly people read books. So 1,000 books of 600 pages each, one particle. And today is your birthday, and somebody comes and gives you a major gift. Here's 1,000 particles. Right? A lot of knowledge, right? Then you're not satisfied. You say, nahi yaar. Today is my birthday, give me more. I said, okay, 100,000 particles. I said, nahi, dil maange more. Like, okay, here's 1,000,000 particles. Nahi. Here's 10 million particles. Nahi. It's 1,000 million, it's 1,000,000,000 particles. Nahi yaar. I think today greed is like the highest driver of all of us, right? Nahi, 1 billion is not enough. I want some more. Okay, 10 billion, no. 100 billion, no. A trillion. A trillion is 1,000 billion, a billion is 1,000 million, a million is 10 lakhs, right? All of us know that. Each particle contains knowledge to the extent of 1,000 books of 600 pages each. Ladies and gentlemen, each of us have been bestowed with 3 to 4 trillion such particles. Each of us have the brilliance of 1,000,000 suns. But we go around, most of us, like a 40-watt bulb. We have opened about 3 or 4 pages of one book. And when we see a 50-watt bulb, we feel disappointed. When we see a 30-watt bulb, we feel elated. Right? The important thing is to know this is truly the power of your mind. From today, never ever doubt that you are the most powerful instrument in the world. The worst of us, the worst of us have got 1,000,000 times more intelligence than the combined of Mukesh Ambani and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and Steve Jobs and you name 1,000 guys. It is just that they are using probably half a book, we are using 1 page. Right? That is the first step to recognize that we have the most powerful instrument in the world. Imagine if you have the most powerful instrument, it can generate anything and everything you want. I'll tell you what it can. Would we be chasing outside something else? Everything is here, right? So this is the first step. Now that knowing that, you already know, you already got in the morning one package saying this is the most powerful instrument. I just told you and gave you a rationale as to why it is. The important thing now is to know what is the access code. Right? You come into the office, you need an access code. You want to open the laptop, you need an access code. You need a developer's code, right? So unless you know the user manual, like you said, it may not be very useful. So, you must be meeting some people on and off. They don't have much of education. They're not greatly intelligent. They can't speak that well, but they're killing it, right? You meet such people, right? Then we say, "Arey yaar, he's got luck, he knows, he goes to play golf and all that." We just negate that. And there are reverse also. There are guys who have done everything in life and they're just hanging around. Take a guy like Sundar Pichai, right? When he became MD of Google, many, many people were shocked. Because there are at least 100 guys, even within Google, forget outside, who are more intelligent, who are more educated, who look better, who speak better, and they have contributed even to Google, within Google, better than him. Then why him? Right? People have stopped asking that question afterward. Because these people understand this science that we're going to talk about, the how or what it makes someone to be completely apart from the average. Because like I said, the intelligence and the hard work and the education, the technology can only make you enter the game today. And because in tomorrow's world where AI is dominating, you need something completely different. And these guys know that, right? And now, I will share with you what these guys do. Because from the thousands and thousands of people I've really researched, spent time, imbibed on myself, seen it. I have a community. By the way, most of what I'm talking is from my book. And then I also run, I was telling somebody, a 2-day residential summit based on the book, where actually I walk you through each of your specific objectives and see that you achieve them. And I'm with you till you do that. But I will share with you some of the clips, because obviously this is a 1-hour session. I'll share with you some. See, all these guys, whether it's Sundar Pichai, whether it's Mukesh Ambani, or whoever it is, who are really going, they operate 3 principles. Okay? And today I'll share with you 2, and 1 probably later. They operate 3 principles. And this is 100% ratified by them themselves. And mostly, interestingly, some of them may not even know that they're doing it. Number 1. How many of you have gone to a temple and seen an elephant tied with a jute string? Have you seen? Have you been to a temple? I don't think nowadays many people are going to temples, right? So I can't really say. Any of you seen? In case if you have not, you should go to a temple, especially in the south. There will be a huge elephant which will be tied with a small jute string to the pillar. This elephant can actually bring down that whole building, but it doesn't move from there. Because when the elephant was small, it was tied with a very, very strong chain to that particular pillar, and it tried and tried, and it couldn't move. Slowly it told itself it cannot move, and it believed it will not move, and now it doesn't move. All of us are like that. There are many, many chains that we have held ourselves. I'm not good enough. I'm not good at math. I can't speak in public. I am afraid of flying. Many chains that we have tied ourselves. And the important thing today, principle number 1, whatever you believe is the only thing that you will achieve. Nothing more, nothing less. Whatever you're seeing on the screen of your life today, your current bank balance, your current looks, your current weight, your current relationship with your parents and your spouse or partner, whoever it is what you have believed and you're seeing on the screen of your life. And that's the law. So now, if you want to, there must be many things in our lives we don't like, right? We want it to be changed. So if you want to change what is not working in our lives, what do we do? What do we do? Some answers. What do we do? Do we go and learn more of AI, or what do we do? By the way, this is a disclaimer, I'm not trying to be against AI. Please do that, but don't submit yourself to AI, enhance yourself with AI. Come on, somebody else. Anybody with the mic? Arvind, you have somebody with the mic? I think ma'am, you can answer. What do we do? If something is not happening in your life as you want, what do we change? Okay, I think you're given okay, fine. Yeah, put it to me.
So firstly, what I would do is I'll analyze that what is stopping me not to do that. And second thing is, once I figure it out, I'll take a slow step and I'll plan my day, or I'll have a checkpoint so that I can improve myself to where I want to be.
Okay, good. You have given a very logical answer. I'll tell you life is beyond logic, but I'll tell you why. Suppose you were watching a television program and you don't like what you see. You don't go to another town or you buy a new TV, right? That will be insane. What will you do? You change the channel, right? When you change the channel, the frequency changes and you see a different picture. So when something is not working in your life, you don't go and start doing things outside, you change the channel. And the channel that you're going to change is the channel of your thoughts. So which means, if everything that you're seeing in your life is what you believe, if something is not working for you, you need to change your beliefs. Yes? Change your beliefs. Now the important thing is like this. How do I change my belief? If I'm earning, say, 10 lakhs a year, how do I believe that I can earn 1 crore a month? If I am, say, at a junior management level at the age of 30, 35, how do I believe that I can be the CEO of the same company in the next 5 years? How do I believe? The important thing in life is you see many people going around believe on their shirts and t-shirts, because today most of the world is telling you what to do. Early in the morning you'll get on WhatsApp, be confident, be courageous, don't worry, have no fear, have faith, believe. No one tells you how to do this, right? Everybody knows this. When you're struggling with fear in a flight which is going out of control, you can't go and tell them, come on, yeah, everything will be fine. So how do you know everything will be fine? You're not in the flight, no. Right? So the important thing is, most of the people are telling you what you should do. What you need, like you said, is again going back, is how you do. So coming back to this, how do you change your belief? Because most of us are stuck with various beliefs. Many people can't even speak in a public forum, right? So how do you change the belief? There are people who have gone from not able to walk to being the best dancer in the world. The greatest news is that every single limiting belief that you may have can be changed. Remember this. This is the greatest news. Every single limiting belief at any age, whatever genre, whatever it is, you can change. But you need to know the process. And that's why today we will share the process. And I leave it to you how much you want to practice to change whatever limiting belief you have, whatever. Some people believe anything. I mean, people like the elephant. If only I could tell the elephant that what you're believing is, it'll easily come out. We're all chained like that, right? So for this, let me just share with you a little bit about what is a belief. Any idea what is a belief? Where's the mic going on? I think you're taking too much of media time, right? So, no, kidding. Please take.
Belief means, I think, first thing comes into my mind is trust. Trust in ourselves, which leads us to believe that we can achieve that. So trust is a factor. Second thing, I would say honesty. With honesty and trust, I think what we believe, we can achieve that. So these two factors, at least it worked out for me.
Very good, yes. You're right. I mean, what you've given is what happens inside us. I'm just telling you what happens inside us, literally like biochemistry and things like that. A belief is a thought which goes into the subconscious mind. That's when it becomes a belief, and then that is what you'll see as a reality. So I just want to stop here and ask you, how many of you are aware of this conscious mind and subconscious mind and almost, right? So any answers? What is the conscious mind? I'll not come to you, but anybody else? Nidhi, you can give it to anybody here in this table. Yes?
Conscious is something that we think when we are awake.
Right.
Conscious is something that happens within us.
Okay, good. Anybody else? Somebody else, come on. Just give it to anybody's hand. I'm sure everybody knows.
Conscious is something which we are aware of, and unconscious is something we are not aware.
Okay, anybody else? Yeah. Sorry, your name? Shaila.
I think conscious mind is bound to have fears and restrictions, but then whereas subconscious mind is free of it, and then once subconscious mind is decided, and then it's unstoppable.
Very good. Okay, let me share with you. Our mind, for people whom you know, it's a repetition. If you don't know, it's fine. Our mind has got two components, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is just 5%. Subconscious mind is 95%. It's like the ice that floats on the water, right? You're aware. So you can only see 5%, and the 95% is below the water. Conscious mind is what we do. Somebody said consciously, right? That means we know what to eat for breakfast, we know where to go, and we make some decisions, we think a particular thought, some friends tell us, some conversations happen, and so it's a very superficial level. Everything in life happens at the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is like somebody said, right? In the night, the heart beats, your digestion happens. You suddenly start from a place and reach that place, you don't know how you reached. Right? Many times it happens. You're waiting for somebody and somebody's phone call comes, right? So these are all happenings in the subconscious mind. And the important thing is, at the conscious mind, you're thinking, should I do this? Should I come here? Should I drink this? At the subconscious mind, there is no thinking. If the thought goes into the subconscious mind, it just acts. No thinking, it just acts. So if you want to change your belief, you need to what we call as a reprogramming the subconscious mind, which means putting a different thought in the subconscious mind. Got it? Or is it too overwhelming? Is it okay? Yeah? Come on, yeah? Just say hi. Yeah, okay. So here it is. So somebody might say, life is damn simple. Yeah? I just take any thought, put in the subconscious mind, change my belief, voila, we are done, right? Yes? No. For two reasons. Number one, the divide between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind is like wafer thin. But it's almost impossible to penetrate the subconscious mind. Everything stops in the conscious mind. Only certain things enter the subconscious. If life was that simple that I can put any thought in the subconscious mind, there wouldn't be any, we wouldn't be talking, right? So you cannot enter the subconscious mind, but you can if you know, like you guys do, right? If you know a software program to actually open the subconscious mind. Any of you can share with me any software program that you know that you can open the subconscious mind and feed a different thought? Any of you? I'm sure, I'm not trying to put you on a spot. I'm sure some of you know. Where is, Nidhi, just give it to anybody you like, your choice today. Yes, come. Tell me.
No, it's just basically attending your sessions, go to open.
Yeah, wherever you can. Yeah, I'll tell you. So, if you know the code to open the subconscious mind, you can achieve anything. Because you put a thought in the subconscious mind, that over a period of time, not you walk out, it will not, right? Over a period of time becomes a belief. And whatever you believe is what you will achieve. If you believe you're good at math, you will be. If you believe you're bad at stock market, every time you buy, the stock will go down, and every time you sell, it will go up. And if you believe, you cannot speak to strangers, you will never be. So whatever you believe, if you believe that I'm capable and deserving of only having a net worth of, say, whatever, 2 crores, 10 crores, that's what you will be. You will not cross 1 rupee above. Today, I will share with you 3 steps how you can open the subconscious mind and put a thought, change your belief, change your reality. Excited? You can be more excited than that, yeah? Come on.
Yes.
Right? Come on, say it a little louder, yeah? You're going to be opening the doors to the greatest, yes. Okay. There are 3 steps. There are actually 5 steps. I can share with you 3. I mean, the book has got 5, and it'll take a long, number 1, all very, very simple. And things which you're doing constantly every day without knowing what we're doing. We are programming the subconscious mind constantly, every minute, with every thought. Some are going inside without us knowing, some is going without. So if you're not careful, all kinds of things are going inside. And whatever is going inside is what you're seeing. And then we start changing the outside. Right? If you believe that you're not good at stock market, whatever lessons you do outside, learn every single Excel sheet, the greatest of guys, you will never do well in stock market. Because you have believed that you're not good at stock market. I'm just giving you one example, right? So here it is, the first step. There are 2 powerful words in our dictionary, which actually have spiritual connotations, but forget about spirituality at this point. It's just 2 words, I and am. Whatever you say after these 2 words, the universe opens and says, yes, master, come into the subconscious. So if you say, I am hassled, hassle will present itself to you because it's gone into the. If you say, how are you doing? I'm stressed, stress will go into. Whatever you say after I am will go into the subconscious. Simple. So if you want to change what you want to see in your life, just say what you want after that. Life is so simple, yeah? I am strong, I am healthy, I am powerful, I am rich, I am successful. Therefore, prosperity and success and abundance will start chasing you. Simple. Can you do it? Yeah? Very simple. Just write this down and start. This is not, by the way, one of the things I want to tell you, 90% of what I'm talking here is not what I sat under a tree one day and got all that, okay? It's all from greatest of masters who have seen results. I have worked with them. I have really, really researched a hell of a lot of them, done it in my book, imbibed it on me. I have a community of about 500, 600 people. We have a group where we are constantly sharing these things every day based on what we do, right? Called Become Unstoppable. So this is where it's coming from. The first step, once again, what is the first step? Right. So what do so if somebody, you go walking tomorrow and you have a cold. Somebody asks you, "Kaise ho yaar?" "Arey yaar, I'm having a cold," You'll surely, cold will continue. I may even get fever, Yeah, you will get fever. So what do you say when you meet somebody when you have a cold? I have a cold, but I'm feeling fine. Right? Everything after you say, "I am," be watchful. It's going into your subconscious direct. Got it? So if you want, I am getting the best promotion tomorrow. I am joining the best company in this world. ASTELLAS. Do you know what it means? How many of you know what it means? ASTELLAS means make tomorrow shine. Shining star. Yeah. Stellar and Aster, right? Shining star, which also means make tomorrow shine. So how are you going to make your tomorrow shine? You're going to make your tomorrow shine by starting with this. I am, right? The second step. See, everything is biochemistry, I'll tell you. Now, once again, in the second step, any message that goes through, somebody's talking? No. Outside, okay. Any message that goes through familiar paths in the brain rather than unknown territories and circuits creates a pattern. Any message. And the brain loves patterns. And when a pattern is formed, there are some chemicals in our brain. There are two chemicals, hormones, that secrete. One is called dopamine, which is a feel-good chemical, and the other is oxytocin, which is a love chemical. There are other chemicals like serotonin and endorphins and cortisol and all. Now, the interesting thing in the brain, that's how the universe has designed it. When two such chemicals combine together, the message gets cemented and it goes to the subconscious. So the interesting thing is, what is the meaning of familiar paths in the brain? What is the meaning of it? We are doing this constantly. See, whatever I'm telling here is what we do constantly without realization. Familiar paths, anybody, is just repetition. A lie told 1,000 times becomes the truth. Yeah? A lie told 1,000 times becomes the truth. So if you repeat more and more, slowly these two chemicals start secreting and it goes into the subconscious. So if you want to have, say, your salary to be $10 million a year, I'm just saying one number. I am earning $10 million a year, day in and day out. I am the best, right? I am the best. See, it is not easy for someone to enter Bollywood. In an industry that's dominated by tall, fair people who have godfathers all over, and come in as a black, short, ugly guy who doesn't have any godfather and becomes the richest star in the world. If you listen to him 20 years ago, he would be saying this: I am the best every day. He also says, Shah Rukh Khan, he also says that I am not saying this because I'm arrogant, because this is the only way that I can say it if I want to go there and face. Every single star that you see there, ASTELLAS, there is a huge story behind. They have not become like this. If you study guys like Hrithik Roshan, etc., how he's actually managed to get out of his brain tumor, how he could not speak, and now, he was a stammerer, and how he overcame all this. These are not, So therefore, the second step is that of repetition. Simple steps. They're so simple that actually it sounds ironical that we actually don't know it. But mostly we are using it in the wrong way. We are all the time saying, I'm stressed, how's life? I'm stuck in traffic. You'll always be stuck in traffic. Seriously. So if you keep saying that I am always on time, keep telling this, you'll never be late. I learned this one particular technique, which I'll tell you a little later, where I go anywhere, and it's not, I will find the parking. Anywhere. And you can do it too. But you just need to be with me for the. So the second step is what? I am repetition. If you want, like I said, I'm earning $10 million a year, or I am, having the most beautiful relationship with whoever. So keep saying this multiple times during the day. Don't feel embarrassed. You tell it to yourself. There are people who say it outside loud. Who cares? At the end of the day, it's your life. Right? If someone thinks you're not good and you still make it, it's your life. So 2 things. What are the 2 things? You. I'm going to put you on spot. Black t-shirt. Yes. Nidhi will give you the mic.
I am is the first step, and doing it repeatedly.
Right. So that's the second step, right? Any commitment that you'll do it? Yes. Okay, thank you. Third step. Am I on time? I am, right? Okay. Third step. Across generations for centuries together, whether we are millennials, whether we are alpha, whether you're Gen Z, whether you're baby boomers, there's one thing common as humans, all of us. What is that? What is the one common thing across all human beings, across centuries, from ever since inception of humanity? Our ability to feel. Yeah? Our ability to feel is very, very unique. And that is constant. If I see someone off at the airport, not knowing when I'll see her again, it doesn't matter whether you're a Gen Z or whether you're a baby boomer or whether you're a millennial, your feeling will be the same. When you're walking at 3 in the morning and someone is stalking you, it doesn't matter whether you're Gen Z or alpha or baby boomer, the fear that you feel is the same emotion across. Yes? The feelings that we carry for generations are the constant. And that defines us. So the third step is cloak your sentence with feeling. If you just say, I am strong, if you play an MP4 player and say, I am strong, an MP4 player won't become strong, right? So if you want to be strong, you want to be healthy, when you say, I am healthy, feel the health. When you say, I am prosperous, feel the prosperity. When you say, I am having a beautiful relationship with my partner, feel the relationship. Got it? Feeling. Unless you feel it, you will not see it. And when you feel it, you'll start seeing it like anything. So third step is cloak your sentence. I am rich, feel the richness. I am strong, feel the strength. That's the third. Got it? So I'll ask you, Shreya, what are the 3 steps? Because I know right now only you and a couple of others. So 3 steps to changing your belief and changing a new reality.
I am good at this.
I am, right.
Second, repetitions of that.
Of the same thing, right.
And that repetition has to be helped with feelings.
Right, very good. Thank you so much. Give her a clap. Okay, that's the first principle. That's the second principle. How much time do we have, Arvindan? Another 15, 20 minutes? Or 15 minutes, yeah, okay. The second step. How many of you are aware of guys like Djokovic? Have you heard of Djokovic in tennis? Right? He said when he won the Olympic gold medal, when I was 7, I visualized getting the gold medal, Olympic gold medal. Vaibhav Suryavanshi, you heard of him? Yeah. At the age of 14, now he said that the first ball that I face in my first match, I will hit a 6 at the age of 14, and he did it. Similarly, Djokovic got the gold medal. There's a famous actor called Jim Carrey. I don't know if you've heard of Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is one of the greatest actors, hugely successful, and now he's obviously practicing a lot of spirituality. And one of the famous statements he says is, I want everybody in the world to get whatever they want, only to realize that none of that matters. But you will know that only when you get what you want, right? So our journey is to get what we want first. Jim Carrey said, when 1983, when there was a nobody on the floor, he said that 3 years from now, on a Thanksgiving Day, I will have a $10 million check for acting services rendered. And 3 days before that, he got the check. All these people talk about a process called visualization. Whether it is Sundar Pichai, whether it is Mukesh Ambani, whether it is Shah Rukh Khan, whether it is Jim Carrey, whether it anybody, Virat Kohli, they all talk about a process called visualization. Any idea what is visualization? Any of you? I want at least one of you to tell me, what is the visualization? Who's that? Okay, Nidhi, you answer. since you have the mic. Sorry?
I asked them to raise their hands.
No, but what do you think is visualization?
something like imagination that I can think.
Right. So the thing is, a lot of people, most of you would have heard of this word, visualization, right? And things like, therefore, manifestation and things like. You heard? Must have heard, right? Somewhere. So much is happening on Instagram and everywhere, right? Pay 99 and you manifest everything, right? So the interesting thing is, none of these guys, whether it's Virat Kohli or Djokovic or Jim Carrey, will tell you the process of what visualization is. Sorry?
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, Tiger Woods. Most of the greatest guys, including, I'm not a subscriber to his policies, including Trump. If you see including Jeff Bezos, in 2001, he said that I'll go to space. Trump said he'll be the president of the United States some 27 years ago. So, but none of them tell you the process. So what do? We hear this here and there, and we go to Instagram, we do something, nahi hota hai, so then you actually drop the process, or you think some guy is shamming you and things like that. But here's one thing I want to tell you. Visualization is 100% successful if you know the process. You can manifest every single desire of your life. You can manifest your bank balance. You can manifest the size of the weight that you want. My book is full of such things. My group that I have is full of manifestations every day that's happening. Right? Any of you are happy to join the group just for temporary to see it. But you should know the process. We come back to what you said in the beginning. You should know the how. Today I will share with you the process. There are, once again, 5 steps to this visualization process. And I really can't do so much. Obviously it takes the huge amount of time. I'll tell you 3 things. Step number 1. Suppose you're sitting in front of Amazon on the computer. And then you want a shoe. And you type, please give me the best shoe. Amazon will laugh at you, right? What is best shoe? Tell me, okay, Nike. So what is Nike? Is it male, female? Okay, male. So what is male? What is the size? Okay, 9.5. UK, USA, UK. Color, blue, green, white. Sport, whether it is running, walk. So what are we doing? Amazon is asking you specific things. So what is the meaning of the best shoe that you have? So the universe, the Amazon of the universe, if we have an objective, whether it's a house, your car, your partner, or your job, your bank balance, whatever it is, if you say, I want the best house, universe is laughing. Come on, yaar, what is the best house? Your best house is different from someone else's. My best relationship is different from someone else. My best car is someone different else. So the step number 1 is you have to be as specific as possible when you write the objective down. You need to write the objective down, and you be as specific as that. Got it? Right? Tomorrow morning, if you want to be the CEO of either ASTELLAS or somebody else, you need to specify exactly what you want. You want the house? How many bedrooms? 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, 5 bedroom, 9 bedroom? You want it on top of a mountain overlooking the ocean? You want a driveway? You want wooden floor? You want whatever specificity with which you can write that. Step number 1. Got it? Step number 2. You go to Amazon and you say that I want Nike shoe and all this stuff. And then you say press, it say, okay, we'll send you. You say, when are you going to send me? Yeah? Right? Once upon a time, 2 months was okay, then it became 1 month, then it became 10 days, 1 day. Now you need to tell not only when you need the time. Are you going to send between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. or between 4 and 6? You need the exact time, right? So when you ask Amazon, you need something. You are looking from Amazon, what is the exact time and date? So when you're looking at the universe of the Amazon of the universe, you need to specify the date. It's not enough if you say that I want the best, whatever that house or whatever the car or the job or whatever bank balance, whatever it is, you need to specify. April 26, 2026. Or March 27, 2027. Whatever it is. You need to specify the exact date. Then the universe has an answer to give you. Whatever you send out in the exact form, it will come back to you. It's a 100% proven rule. Don't get shammed by what's happening on Instagram and stuff like that. This is 1000% workable. Whatever objectives you have are achievable, as long as you know the process. Today, you're witnessing the process, which I wish at your age, I had known this process, right? So that's the second step. Now, the third and the fourth steps are something that majority are not even aware. But I will share with you the third step. Fourth step is too intricate. It's once again, my book. and you're happy to join my summit, I'll walk you through every single objective of yours and make it manifest for you. That's a promise. Third step. When you say April 26, 2026, I want this kind of a house, when you're visualizing, remember visualization is not just imagination. Now we go into steps. When you're visualizing, April 26, 2026 is today. It's in the present moment. You are here. Today is April, listen to me carefully. Today is April 26, 2026, and you've already got what you want. Right? You're sitting in that house, you're sitting in that car, you're having a coffee with that partner, you're weighing, standing on the weighing machine, looking at that, or looking at your balance sheet. Today is that date. Is that clear? Any doubts on that? You're visualizing as if today is the date that you have set for your objective to be achieved. Clear? If it's not clear, ask me, because after you walk out, you can visualize and manifest anything. Promise. And I can't be standing here after so many years to be telling you this. You can challenge me on this, but you need to follow. That's the third step. So I will ask you, blue shirt, what are the 3 steps? Give the mic to Nidhi. Tell me your name. Praneeth. Yeah, hi.
The first step is to have the clear idea of what you want.
No, the exact idea, not the year, right? What did you say? I didn't hear you properly.
I have a goal.
Right.
I need to be specific of what I want.
Yeah, absolutely. Specific of your goal. Write it down. Not just keep it, write it down.
Second is to have a delivery date of exactly when I want this product.
Correct. Delivery date is a good idea. That's a good word. Yeah.
And the third one is to visualize it of that particular date of me having that goal achieved and how I'm feeling.
How you're feeling. If you suppose somebody suddenly walked into the store and said, listen, Praneeth, you just won $10 million. How do you feel? Right? So there's a law of reversibility, which says that if you feel it, you will see it. Okay? See, most of what we're seeing is the reversibility law. Till now, a lot of people said that when I see it, I will believe it. Life is not like that. Life is when you believe it, you will see it. When you believe it, you'll see anything. For a long, long time, people thought the earth was flat. They believed earth was flat. Even today, people don't know. We don't know. Tomorrow morning, somebody may say it's elliptical. Right? But as of now, so that's the thing. You act and feel as if you have achieved. Right? 4th and 5th steps are a little intricate, but you can manage with these steps. Right? So these are the 3 steps. I said 3 principles these guys work on. Number 1 is the power of belief. Ability to convert any limiting belief to what you want and thereby change your reality. Second is the power of visualization. The ability to visualize literally and manifest what you want. My book has got a detailed version of how I manifested in the garage where my dad was. He had a cycle and I wanted a particular BMW car, and how on a particular date it actually came. All documented. And there are millions of such things. I'm too small in this game to be showing you what. I'll tell you one story and you can read it a little later about visualization. There is a guy who said, and it's a documentary, you can watch it on Netflix. Okay? There's a guy who said, both my children will be number 1, world number 1, not 1 and 2. Both my children will be world number 1 in tennis. And he said this before they were born. Venus Williams, Serena Williams. The name of the movie is King Richard. It's documented. And I can tell you a similar story happened in my life. Sometime late, it's too late for that. But that's a second principle. The third principle is this machine that we have all got, the most powerful machine. Some of us, not only don't we know to use it, we corrode it with acid. What are the acids? The worry, anxiety, anger, resentment, fear. The greatest of corrosive acids. And these can actually finish all of us. So the third principle is how you can actually conquer fear and worry. A few years ago, 14, 15 years ago, I had a huge fear of flying. I had 7 passports, I had 52 countries visas, but suddenly I got this fear of flying. For 7 years, I could not fly, right? And how I overcome that and everything else is documented somewhere. But the point is, fear can kind of finish you up. So these people have a definite process of how you can conquer fear, which is what I have written, how you can conquer any kind of fear, how you can conquer any kind of worry, forever, how you can conquer anger forever. That is the third principle, but don't have time for that. So with this, I will stop. And thank you very much for being wonderful listeners. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. And if you are interested in this 2-day summit where I take you across with specific objectives and see that you achieve it, one in the world, nobody, no trainer, no program in the world will offer you a process where I will see you through till you achieve your objective. Whether it is manifesting this, whether it is manifesting getting into the best institute, whatever it is. Like I said, we have a whole group who are constantly demonstrating this. And so that's where it is. If you have any questions, please ask. Yes. What's your name? Shreyas, yes.
You talked about belief and visualization.
Right.
So how is it different from the law of attraction?
Yes, very good question. Yes, law of attraction. Many people have written on the law of attraction, right? It's Rhonda Byrne on The Secret, which was taken in from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. What is attraction? Right? Attraction is what you attract. So the greatest of unstoppables don't chase, they attract. And how do they attract? By becoming more of what you are. Right? So the important thing is, how do you become more of what you are? You will only attract if you generate that magnetic properties. Right? We are all magnets. Every single thought has a magnetic field around it. Right? I have a huge subject on that. Every single thought. We think 40,000 thoughts a day. Most of it is unproductive. Everything has a magnetic field around it. You're not knowing, you're generating that. And when it coincides with something else and resonates, then you attract. And if you know the process, you're consciously attracting. So, absolutely right. Law of attraction is 100% workable, as long as you know what is attraction and what are you attracting and how do you attract. Thanks for the question.
These two principles are basically based on that.
Whatever you want to name it, right? If life is only about certain principles, right? If you already know the principles, or you're lucky, you're hearing it again. Right? But if you did not know the process, knowing a principle or knowing what it is not going to be useful. Right? You need to know, like if you don't know the process of, say, you know that if you have a fantastic physical body, you're going to be greatly healthy. But if you don't know the process, and yes, somebody in one gym will tell you the same thing, and a yoga will tell you the same thing. Basically, all these are same. So if you say that and leave it, your body will remain the same. Right? You need to act and you need to know the process. Most of us don't know the process, boss, today. And that's the sad part. We are watching all kinds of stuff. We don't have attention span more than 1 minute. And somebody says, okay, and the impatience levels are high. I want $1 million in the next 24 hours. That's the type of impatience that we have. So if somebody says, I will visualize and manifest whatever you want, pay 99 rupees, you will go and do it. Right? And then question the process, not question the methodology. Right? Question the outcome of the whole visualization process rather than question this. So what you said is correct. All these are same principles at the end of the day, but you should know what it is. Anyway, thanks for the question. Yes. Good that you're...
Okay. So we did understand that to achieve something, there's a process. It's all in a positive direction. We have to keep telling ourselves, repeat it. But then I also think that like how it sounds easy when you say it, but then in practicality it becomes difficult. One of the reasons is I might say that let's say good at something, but then back in my head I'm like, okay, what if I could not achieve it?
Fantastic. Right. Very good. Yes, exactly. Yes. What you said is the key. That's exactly what will happen. Because for so many years, we've been telling, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. Suddenly, you say, I am damn good. The mind will say, come on, idiot, yeah. Abhi tak you have been saying you can't do it. Suddenly, how are you going to say? Right? You got 10 of this saying, no, 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 no. You got 1 of yes. Keep doing it. This 1 will become 2, 10 will become 9. 2 will become 3. Tomorrow morning, you're not going to do it. If you visualize, I'm going to get, like Mukesh Ambani, competition to Mukesh Ambani, you will not be when you go out, right? So therefore, you have taken so much time to build what you are. Give it a little time to redo what, if at all it's not working in your life, right? If it's working, it's fine. So if 10 times if this comes to you, keep at it. Okay, thank you for telling me this. I will continue this. You just tell the mind. It's a story in your head. Right? Come on, when you're earning 1 lakh a month, what are you talking about 1 crore a month? Are you mad? The mind will tell you. Right? Then if you sit and say, maybe I'm mad, I should not be doing it. This guy came and said all kinds of stuff and went away. But that's not the truth. This is the truth. I'm only capable of, congratulations, continue. Right? So that's the thing. So let it continue. Let the story continue, tell you in your head. There's always a story in our head. So there's one whole session I have of this. That's why I can't do this in 1 hour. There's a whole session I have on what I call as